Rolling.
Okay, so yeah, so these outdoor murals, these are actual campaign ads that we get commissioned to do as artists, and that's very special for a lot of us because as you know, graph artists, graffiti artists, whatever, we have the abilities to be able to take concepts or design concepts and be able to go out there and put them out there on a large scale. Now it takes a lot of artists who work with a paintbrush maybe a month to do a mural on the wall for a client. Leave it up to us within like 2 days, 3 days max or less. Maybe in one day we could have a full color mural that's pretty nice in size and noticeable to the public. And we do it all with spray cans. That a lot of people, they can't even imagine we even did it with a spray can, because they have to really take under consideration when we work on the spray can. That takes a lot of hand and eye skill coordination because we have to be able to what we have called can control. Within can control, we get smooth, clean lines, we get nice blends, fades, nice sharp cut edges that we put onto the wall that people think we use stencils or tape to mask it off. These are things that we've actually perfected throughout the years of our craft as, masters, is what I would call it, who we are. Over here, this is at Scripps College in the coffee shop at the, I forgot, but it was in the coffee shop. We actually did a mural in the contribution of the women's contribution to the world within hip hop and just in the struggle of, just, on an everyday life. And so what we did was did a layout, and then we did like the final mural on the wall.
And where was that?
At Scripps College. Yeah, inside the coffee shop. Also, I've done tours where people from Japan came out. Under the Graffiti Verte documentary, we actually went out and did tours with people from Japan. We had somebody to be our interpreter, and we showed them a documentary video, and we took them around on a bus, a tour bus. We had the video playing on the bus. They had monitors where the people could watch the video. Then they would ask us questions, or we would speak, and then the interpreter would relate everything back to the art students from Japan. And we took them and told them about the difference between vandalism and the art, and the different styles of graffiti art. Also, the Mocha Museum had a nice showing where they wanted to know about the future of graffiti art. Where was it going? And so at the Mocha Museum, we had this big, huge panel discussion with like people from everywhere. They came out to here with me and a couple other well-known graffiti artists and the book author by the name of Jim Cre8 came to be a part of. And we did a lot of different pieces over there at the event. Not only me, but a lot of other artists who participated did some, artwork over there. And I've actually painted this with the help of my partner Chuck. We did this piece within 2 hours, and I didn't have no sketch on paper, just straight from scratch, from start to finish. No sketch on paper, just looking straight at my surface and looking at the space. Sorry. Over here, this is some stuff we done for General Motors. General Motors have actually commissioned us in Las Vegas to come out and do some live entertainment artwork for them and their clients. So while they was having their celebration and discussing business, we was live entertainment for everybody at the event.
Do you still do a lot of live art painting?
Yeah, I do live art painting. Whenever people need me out, I'll come out, and while people partying and socializing, I would be doing artwork. Same thing here and over here, for Dodge, for General Motors. Another Dodge mural for the Magnum car.
So how did you get involved with like ICU and that whole?
Okay, as far as with ICU, I've been knowing the executive director of the company, which is Stash Malowski. I've been knowing him for years. Since the early 90s I met Stash, and he came to me, he said that he had opportunity for artists. At that time, I was coming out of high school, so my mind wasn't really geared towards that, but through time, working with Stash on small projects like doing logos for clients and doing other things, we grew as a team actually together, and the more he would see me being productive and being consistent and turning in projects on time. He always kept me in mind, and anytime he felt that there was a job that I was capable of doing, he would always stay in contact with me. So from that time all the way to now, I've been working with him. This is for 92.3 The Beat Summer Jam before they switched the name of the radio station. They had a thing called No Color Line, so we did a piece that says Erase the Hate. So I came up with the cartoon character with the eraser. Two other people actually worked on this, a guy by the name of Tunes and my partner Dimmer. Adult Swim Television, did some artwork for that at Venice Beach. This is the 30 feet high, 60 feet long for the West Side Story play at the amphitheater.
If you could hold that just for a second.
That's like the Aqua Team.
Yeah, that was the background they actually had us design for them.
Thank you.
For one of the strong people in hip hop, we would call him one of the greatest MCs by the name of KRS-One. Now KRS-One had a concert up in Hollywood, so it was like an honor for us to be able to do this background for him when he performed out here and up in at the Hollywood what was that, Athletic Club. That's where we did this background for him. This is a very special piece here at the top at the African American Museum over at Exposition Park. We was the first people inside the museum to ever use spray paint inside the museum and do a full top to bottom mural in there.
Wow, that's a big thing for them.
Yeah, that was a big thing for them because they had a show dealing with African instruments, and so they wanted to, at the last part of the exhibit, talk about hip hop. Hip hop to them, like with the turntables and the party scene, that's like instruments, like to them. So they said, well, let's do a mural based upon that. So they commissioned us to go in there. Me and the RTN crew, which is like my crew, we went in there and we painted this mural up for them.
What does RTN stand for?
RTN stand for Rockin' the Nation. Cause that was our goal in the beginning when we came up with the crew. Our plan is to rock the nation. Over here, this is the background for Genuine. He had a video and we designed the music set for that, for the video. Now, these two pieces over here are very special because these two pieces I've actually painted just because, these are some pieces that I wanted to paint. But it just so happened that the people for the movie Friday After Next, they saw value in these two pieces and they actually paid me to be able to have these two pieces inside the background for the movie. So I was able to feature my artwork inside of this movie here. And a lot of the